Oh, she fell into a drink.
Oh dear. Will we ever see? Are you talking about Rach?
No.
And will we ever see her again?
You vanished halfway through a word.
Yes.
Oh god, that was funny.
I need my character.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're starting a fight.
I better open the combat tracker as well.
But I've got all these
Oh, I
abilities.
forgot about that. I forgot that we got surrounded.
Yeah.
like,
What's that
Ooh, all these
about?
rough characters, yeah.
What's that about? We wandered around town irritating everybody.
Excuse me, I was the soul of courtesy to everyone I came across.
I was nice to everyone. I just don't
Yeah.
care about information, so I give it to everyone and see who I have annoyed the most.
Do you still have your jam?
I have butter. I can't see jam. Is it in?
Oh, I think Shaefira has the jam.
Yeah, I've got butter and the toast.
Official jam keeper.
Do you need to pass the jam?
Nah.
Oh, I've just thought of something horrendous I'm going to do. Don't worry.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm terrified.
Uncooked eggs dipped in jam.
Oh.
Ugh.
Sweet, crunchy, and savoury all at the same time.
No, that's
Okay,
wrong.
divorced, I'm
That's
sorry.
wrong.
If only you could see the happy look on his little face at the moment.
Aww.
Okay, well, to start, everybody roll a d20 in the tower, because that's our favorite bit.
Rough character 1, rough character 2, rough character 3, Fug 1 and Fug 2. I wonder who they are.
That's the party.
And will they be our friends?
Maybe they just want to show you their brand new shiny knives.
If they're carrying
Closer.
knives, they've gone up in estimations over pirates, because pirates carry the daftest of weapons.
Cutlasses. What?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I don't have a pen. Where's my pen? I think it's in my other D&D bag.
That implies she's got 2 D&D bags.
Surprised she's got more than one.
More than
I
one.
suspect it'll be.
What? Doesn't everyone have multiple D&D bags?
I don't have a D&D bag. I don't.
When it was 2nd edition, I had 2, because you couldn't get all the books in one. But that was a long time ago. And now we have electronic things, and they're great.
Saves on shelf space. Although we've still got all those 4th edition books downstairs, haven't we?
Man, I still don't know where my pen is. We're going full on pencil.
Wait, is it like an actual wooden pencil?
Yes.
Wow.
I had
Do
to
you
go
have
into
a
my
sharpener?
Yes. I had to
Good.
go into my tabletop D&D bag as opposed to my Fantasy Grounds D&D bag.
My biggest concern now is the fact that does a pencil alter a dice rolling capabilities? It's just like...
This might be the source of all my... I do roll a little bit better when I'm playing like around a physical tabletop.
Oh, you rolled pretty well last time we were doing superheroes.
I roll better doing superheroes. I still roll a lot of ones, but because they're combined dice rolls.
Which I'm
gone
happy
again.
with. You know, you let your superheroes have all the good rolls, and let the, elderly octopus.
Let the
Have
DM
all-
have shitty rolls because that's the best.
Exactly. Although I don't know, you weren't rolling too badly whenever it was the spider crabs swarms eating our faces.
I alternated between really bad rolls and good rolls.
Stopped pressing the button?
She's gone again.
I didn't. I
have
think
no words.
I didn't. Can you hear me now?
Yes?
Now we can, yeah.
I don't know what happened there because I was pressing the button. It's like something flickered. I don't know. I was afraid.
We just got
There are ghosts in my machine.
Oh.
So, last time, Well, okay, it's the 9th day of Baracus. 998 YK. That's the actual date. I've said
Wow.
it. And last time it was
These are
still the 9th day of Baracus, and Jozdess gave his piracy report to Will Stoutly and Eleander Fireborn. And they suspect, based off his description, that the pirate captain may have been someone named Mars Lamond. And they mentioned a Fort Liev, a fortress of Minotaur pirates. The law in Saltmarsh now have you in mind if they need to supplement the guard or marines for local work, and you may hear from them again. Stiiv, who seems to be unpopular with local law enforcement for some reason, he spent the day at the Snapping Line Tavern buying rounds of claw wine while wearing his disguise as Esteban Irkel, the most interesting man
Oh, no,
in
Bonnie.
Saltmarsh. Oh no!
And you're back.
I think that's Discord because I'm pressing. Either that or my keyboard's dying, which should be bad. Okay, where did I cut out?
That Steve was buying rounds of claw wine while wearing his...
Disguise as Esteban Urkel, the most interesting man in Saltmarsh. But you guys don't know that. You just know that Steve's not around. And he seems to be unpopular with local law enforcement. Shaefira, Kymir, and Kereithlana went to the bank, met with your new personal Kundarak financial assistant, Solemnia Silverteeth, and you accessed a lockbox using the bearer contract the party had purloined off the sinking pirate ship. Inside this lockbox, you found a deed. Once Jozdess reunited with you, you all researched the deed at Town Council Hall, and you discovered that you're new owners of the local haunted house. While at Town Hall, you ran into some grief from Gellin Primewater, who wanted to hold you accountable for back taxes. Perhaps out of his sense of right, perhaps because he wanted to impress the town clerk, Trivet Amoria, who is terribly excited to hear about the creepy old alchemist's place having new owners. Anders Soulpatch Solmar, another town councilor, intervened and settled the outlandish tax claim. You had a private conversation with Anders, and he told you what he knew about the history of the purported haunted house. And he expressed concerns that he'd heard rumors that this location may be a spot for smuggling activity. He was very happy that you seemed intent on exploring your new property. And he did promise you some money if you interrupted smuggling operations if you discovered that they were actually taking place. The party went shopping, with Stiiv still absent. And as you exited the Faithful Quartermasters of Malicia, a group of thugs surrounded you. You see thugs. You should all roll initiative, except for Stiiv, because he's not there.
Do we have a map?
Oh, yeah, you are going to get a map.
I've forgotten where my initiative is, people. Oh no, I found it. It's all right, don't. Hey! Ooh.
I think that's the right map. It's the one I'm looking at.
It's where everyone's on. And there are
Except
thugs
Steve.
and rough characters.
There's no Stiiv.
Steve.
It looks like everybody in the party is rolling very high numbers today. I wonder if you are using them all up on your initiatives.
Oh.
No, it's because you have a pencil.
My secret powers. I must say I don't like this pencil. It's not dark enough.
Are the rough characters carrying Molotov cocktails?
I'm not sure. I don't think you see them holding any glass bottles of flaming what's-it.
Okay.
Just in their little that I think normally they drink a lot of grog. And they may have just come out of the empty net tavern. We're in the vicinity. So they might have knives on one side, refreshment on the other.
They look like they'd get really sunburnt wearing that outfit.
You hypothesize that these guys might have just been picked up drinking at the bar. You know, they might be there for a couple, some extra coin. And they're all kind of glaring menacingly at you. They've got their weapons brandished, and they're closing in. But Shaefira gets to act first. She spots trouble a mile off.
Yeah. I drop straight into sneak. If I may.
Yes, you can. Because you see everything before anybody sees anything, and really, technically, even before they spot you. Like a split second before things go bad, Shaefira, your like kind of Shaefira senses go dee-lee-lee-lee, and you go on the defensive. You kind of slink back, hiding behind the others in your group so that it's almost imperceptible that you're there. You're technically sneaking right now. What do you want to do?
I could sneak up behind maybe those two guys directly in front. Do you think maybe? Or sneak closer to them? Can I move as well as go in a sneak?
Yes. I'll say you can. These guys are marked upon the map, but technically that you could consider there are other people, perhaps, villagers just kind of strolling by, whatever normal traffic is. I just wasn't going to put like 30 generic, non-people out on the map.
Yeah. Okay. So
So yeah, you can move bobbing and weaving amongst the villagers who are passing by as you see these kind of scary looking bulky dudes closing in with their weapons brandished on the rest of the party. And you slink up beside one of the thugs.
and am I still unnoticed?
Yeah, we'll say for the purposes, because you have initiative on them. And this is the start of any conflict.
Okay. So I'm assuming that we're gonna fight, and we're not gonna try and chat to these fellows. So I'll take a swing at him with my rapier.
Okay.
Stab him with a pointy end.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Hey, my pencil is working. So, Shaefira, you've put a lot of effort into sneaking up behind this thug. And you're so excited by the time you get there because you've succeeded in sneaking up behind him that you trip on the cobblestones.
That's awesome.
And you completely miss him. And now he
Yeah.
knows you're there.
Yeah. End of turn.
That would make it Kymir's turn.
The cat.
Wow, that was delayed. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to see that Shaefira has slipped, and I am going to back her up. Okay, and I'm going to do. What you said in Twitter about prepping, so like either the offhand attack or the flurry of blows. Does that mean I have to tell you now if I'm going to do flurry of blows?
No, you could do your initial offensive attack with your main hand. And then you could choose, because they're both bonus actions. That's basically the difference. Is if you're going to do one of them as a bonus action, you have to choose between the two.
Okay.
But you can wait until after, or you can say up front. It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I'll see how the attack. Well, see whether I hit him first.
He might be the wimpiest thug on Earth for all you know, though, and like one punch could do him in. And that
Considering
hits.
an 11 hit.
DM scrambles, looks at her thugs. Oh yeah, it does work. It does hit. All right, so you punch him. Kymir, you just march straight up to this thug. Don't even wait for trouble. And sock him one. Then what do you do?
I am going to do flurry of blows with the aim of intimidating the rest of the gang that are there. Except I don't know how to roll that. Shoot. Okay. I should have really read up on these.
I have immediately forgotten everything about your flurry of blows.
Well, if you spend a key point, you basically get to make, I believe, 2 unarmed attacks.
Right. So do I roll the attack before the damage is normal then?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll do
Yeah.
the first one.
So it works just the same as your normal offhand.
She gets an extra hit, basically.
Right.
She just
okay.
gets to do 2 offhand hits instead of 1. So the first one hits, and the second?
Do you want me to do the roll for it first?
Sure. You could do either. I think
I've
it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so I rolled the damage for the first one because it hit, and this is it. Actually, I rolled the quarterstaff instead of the hand-to-hand. That was stupid. Sorry. Doesn't make any difference. It would have been an extra +2 to the attack. So.
And the
Right,
pencil's
so I missed the
working. So the second one misses.
Stop waving your pencil around.
2 1s in 2 turns.
Ah. Do not underestimate the power of the pencil.
Okay, but I suppose I got the equivalent of the offhand.
Yeah.
And what do you look like when you're doing this flurry of blows to intimidate the other thugs?
So I'm trying to stand as tall as I am. I can. I mean, I'm quite tall anyway. But oh crikey, maybe with a slight snarl. And obviously the first punch, I'm going to do like an uppercut and hit him. And then obviously I completely miss with the second one and look kind of stupid.
Okay, make a intimidation skill check. Sadly, you are not successful. You do these punches, but because you missed your last punch, you managed to, punch from either side, but that the third one, you kind of fumble and trip over yourself a little bit. And they were with you. They were getting kind of scared up until that point, but when they saw you miss the third punch and fumble, the thugs kind of chilled out a little bit. So you did not successfully intimidate them.
Okay.
Jozdess.
Uh-oh.
It is your turn.
Yeah. They haven't actually attacked us yet, have they?
I guess technically they haven't.
No. I'm going to walk up to these guys. I'm going to eat an egg at them. And I'll I'll go defensive, and I'll just wait for them to actually attack me before I do anything.
If you dipped it in jam and waved it at them, I bet they'd run away.
If it helps, I am going to lean into the chap in front of me and give him my best grin. But other than that, I'll wait till they actually try to hit me before I do anything.
Jozdess leans in with an egg-eating grin.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And so I will be on the defensive, so they've got disadvantage against attacks for me until I get another action. So I'm not being dumb.
Okay.
Well, I am being dumb.
But it's
I
a
just
good,
want to
it's a
block
good
off
kind of
everyone's-
dumb.
Yeah. When they actually attack me, I'll pull some weapons and murder them. But I'll wait a second. I'm going for the self-defense rule. Once they attack me, then I can eat them.
So,
Rough character.
rough character too. He has a big number on his shirt.
What
But
little
badly
shirt
drawn.
that is.
What little shirt he has. Or maybe his vest, Wait, what do you call a vest in the UK? Because a vest is not a vest, right? Or is a vest a
Be a
vest?
You mean a
A
waistcoat?
waistcoat.
A waistcoat. Okay, he has a 2 on his waistcoat. And he comes up beside Jozdess, and he has a disadvantage against any attacks,
Mhm.
right? So he's got a scimitar, and he tries to slash at you with it.
That's okay. It's where I get hit by everything, regardless of being defensive. But I'd rather be attacked first. It makes it easier when I'm talking to the guards later about why I ate somebody.
He forced himself into my mouth.
Yes, he did.
Sorry, I had to correct something. I didn't hit the button, but he misses. And he's very sad. And so apparently the pencil does not help me. Well, it kind of helps me 50% why. But the disadvantage does not help me. Kereithlana! What do you do?
I'm going to go and give Jozdess a hand. Am I?
You can move 6 squares. So I think the answer is yes.
I'm fine.
Jozdess says he's fine. Okay, fine. I'm going over here and I'm going to threaten this guy.
You gonna threaten him?
Yeah, by actually trying to poke him with my rapier.
Does Kereithlana have a lot of experience with rapiers?
No.
No,
Perhaps not.
not with that one. No.
Yeah, you know there's a reason I don't use them. It's just a terrible weapon.
It's like
right.
you're trying to get your sea legs. You don't quite get your sea legs.
I'm kind of sort of tottering sideways. I guess.
your land legs is more appropriate.
Indeed. I'm still feeling a bit queasy from the bridge.
And the fellow you tried to stab with the pointy end immediately gets to try to.
You're supposed to use.
Yeah, that's the end you're supposed to use.
Right. Okay, I'll try that next time.
No wonder.
She's as skilled with a rapier as Hamford is.
I said next time I'm just trying vicious mockery. It's like, you're ugly.
Hey, that has a pretty good kill rate.
Yeah, if you're a bard. Not
All
so
right.
much for a cleric.
This might take me
Sorry.
a second because I noticed the typo is on all of certain dudes. So correcting it one place did not correct it everywhere because of where I'm correcting it. And this rough character manages to slash Kereithlana with his scimitar. Perhaps because it's a slashy end, not a pointy end.
Could be. Ooh.
And he does 8 damage to Kereithlana. Does Kereithlana have any reaction to this turn of events?
I think I might, yes.
What would that be?
What would that
Goes
be?
green and breaks out of her clothes.
So, lightning on.
I'm gonna go lightning.
Yay!
So Wrath of the Storm on him,
Marge Aaron would approve.
definitely. Which is 16 points of damage to him straight, using the Channel Divinity.
Is there a saving throw?
16?
Yeah, she's got 2 abilities which she can max it. There's a dex saving throw.
Is there a dex saving throw? What's
Yeah.
the DC for that?
I can make him. Hang on. I've lost all my buttons.
Yeah, I know, because you're in combat, not in standard.
Where's
Oh, you need to hit the question mark on, I think, that one.
there we go.
There you go.
Right. So
Oh, no worries. I'm pretty sure he did not save.
okay.
I don't think it's possible for you to have a DC that low.
Fair enough.
I didn't roll a 1.
This is good. How do I apply maximize damage to it?
You don't.
At the-
You just
no,
tell.
there's
Tell me how much, and I'll
no,
just put it
there's
in.
there's a thing in the modifiers section for max.
Oh,
Oh.
you're right.
That's right. And the little plus minus thing that you discovered, is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
And so you just roll the damage.
So you click toggle the max on, and then
Yeah.
click the damage.
You got him targeted.
There we go.
Yes. So he's taken this one slash at you, and in reaction, you call forth this lightning from the heavens, and it zaps him out of existence. He's basically this
So
black scorch, and he
do you-
crumples at your feet.
So it's like Big Trouble in Little China. He just explodes from a lightning bolt.
Yes, exactly.
Channel Divinity.
Now that may have scared somebody.
Oh, I forgot to. I'll wait till my turn again.
So one of these rough characters sees that, and he's like, "Oh, hell nah." And he starts running away.
What are you doing to Shaefira?
I'm trying to zoom out.
He's getting out of dodge.
Coward.
Yeah,
Actually, Kymir's going to shout that after him.
They weren't paying him enough.
true that.
The thug that Jozdess approached, because he has one of his friends nearby, he's feeling pretty confident. And he also has a thing that gives him advantage if one of his allies is within 5 feet of his target. So it negates your disadvantage effect. So it's just a normal roll.
Yep.
And he has a mace, and he's going to, with his first attack, he's going to try to slam you with it. That one misses. And he's going to try to hit you again. And that hits. Doing 6 bludgeoning damage. Boop, he is not going to attack because I should mark him with an effect. Boop, because he's technically frightened right now. He's scared. He wants to get away from Kereithlana. Scary sea lady.
Rawr!
The thug that is flanked by Shaefira and Kymir, or Kymir, as they like to call him.
Meh.
Kymir. He is going to try to hit Kymir because he's the one who did damage with his mace. He does not have advantage against you, though, so it's a normal attack. But he does get to try to hit you twice. So the first one is a hit. Does 4 damage. And his second attack is a miss. So the mace hits home, kabam, 1 time. But because he is somewhat bloodied himself, his strength just doesn't hold through, and he fumbles on his second swing. Hey, Stiiv.
Stiiv, hi.
Hi. Stiiv, you've been having a nice day at the snapping line. Drinking your claw wine, wearing your disguise as Esteban Erkel. Making lots of friends.
It's not like that word disguise.
Yeah. People like you a lot more when they don't see who you are. But about 4 hours has passed, and all of your doses of disguise self have been used up, and you're getting close to running out of disguises. I.e., you don't have any level 1 spells, I guess? You've used all of your stuff.
I've used so many, I've run out of an at-will power. That's pretty cool.
Oh, wait, isn't it an at-will power?
Yeah, it's at-will.
Okay, so you're at a point where you are almost at the end of one of your disguised self-is. Oh, that's your invocation. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you're almost at the end of another round, but you've had a long day drinking. You decide to leave the snapping line and head back to your hovel. Or your hovel, depending on whether or not you can say words.
Tomato, tomato.
Do you decide as you walk home to recast your Esteban? Or do you walk home as Stiiv?
I don't want to go with Esteban, but we'll go with let's say the guy who does who runs the tomato stand. We'll just be him for a little bit.
Okay, so you step out of the snapping line. You immediately see the market's kind of across the street. You see the tomato stand guy, and you're like, he looks cool. He looks like somebody people aren't jerks to.
I'm gonna borrow your face for a minute.
You borrow his face for a minute, and so you start to like dawdle across the Sharkfin Bridge south toward where your hovel is. So you aren't quite there yet, but you're on your way home. Maybe halfway.
That's cool. I'm feeling buzzed, kind of good.
Yeah, you've had a lot of claw wine, and it was nice. It was a nice day. And oh, and someone who ran into the snapping line today was talking about somebody
Oh?
somebody
Who was
owns the
that?
haunted house now. Like there's a new owner, which is really exciting. Trivet, she's kind of your sister, but not
Oh,
really.
yeah.
It's like an adopted, but you're not adopted kind of thing.
Yeah, and she's into all sorts of weird stuff too.
She
so.
likes creepy things, so she's very excited about the haunted house. And that's going to be pretty much your turn, unless there's anything else that you would like to be doing as you dawdle southward bound, looking like the tomato vendor.
No, we're just having a good day now. It's strange. That never happens. So he's just kind of like walking along, like whistling, And in the movies, this would be like where the dog comes and like eats his butt, like out of the blue. But for right now, he's just enjoying things.
Okay. Shaefira!
Yes. I pick myself up off the exceptionally dirty cobbles, brush myself off, go, ow, my knee, and take a swing at Thug 1. Again, try and hit him with my rapier.
The fellow with the nice number 1 on his jacket.
Yes.
And you hit!
Whoa. That was more than a hit. That was a whoa.
You figured out the pointy end. Well, I guess
I
Kereithlana was having more trouble with that, but you have stabbed him with the pointy end.
Ugh.
And it's not as deep a thrust as you would have liked, but you can tell that this thug fellow looks like he's getting to be in pretty bad shape.
Cool. I will end my turn.
Okay. And are there any bonus actions, or like, because you have you can dash or you can disengage and stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You want to stay in close quarters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alrighty. Kymir.
Right. I'm going to try and make up for my third miss. Okay.
Alrighty, you hit with your first punch. Doing 3 damage.
Okay, I'm just going to follow up with a standard offhand.
And you also hit. Wham bam. Thank you, Thug.
Boom.
You do 6 more damage. The Thug is looking kind of in a bad way.
Okay, I've got a bonus I'd like to do. I think.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. Is that a bonus action?
Well, your offhand hit was a bonus action.
Oh, right, forget that then. Nope. And I was wrong anyway. It's a bonus one. It's a standard one, so.
Okay.
That's me done then.
Alrighty. Jozdess.
Sorry. I forgot to ask this, right? Is there an obvious leader, or then just yahoos?
The thugs look like they're kind of the bosses. The other guys
Okay.
definitely look like yahoos that just kind of got picked up in a bar or something.
Okie dokie. So let's try and get this in order because I only can do one free thing. So I will draw a weapon now. So that's my free action, unfortunately. I'll hold a finger up to the guy who gets multiple actions because despite him being scary, he's not the main problem today. And I'll attack the chap next to me. So let's see how this actually goes. So, because I don't like getting hit, I'm going to try and bite him with a Hungry Jaws action.
Nom nom nom.
I really hate the Hungry Jaws. I can't hit with it because it's not my stat. So that didn't work. So that's gone. And then all I can do is that. Oh. There we go. And that's not enough to take him down, is it?
No, it is not.
Okay, so I will action surge and hit him again.
He is looking quite bloodied, though. Oh, no, he's not.
No, I
looking
don't
quite
hit him
bloodied, I'm
again
sorry.
because I can't roll dice. I needed to get rid of him. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going down.
He has some wounds, but he's still looking pretty fresh. So I misspoke when I said the word bloodied earlier.
that doesn't matter. That's me done. I'm afraid. Yeah, it's not going to go well.
And that fellow gets to attack you now. Now you no
I'm
longer
not worried
have,
about him.
You
It's
no
the
longer
other guy.
cause disadvantage.
No, that's gone.
That's gone. So he has advantage against you now.
He gets it as well. Bloody hell. Oh well.
Oh wait, no, I'm lying. He gets a normal attack. And he slashes at you with his scimitar successfully. Doing 6 damage. Slashy slash.
Yeah, and he's not even the one I was worried about. It's the guy with 2 attacks that
Then as a
worries
free
me.
action, he takes a drink from his bottle of grog.
Is he related to you, Shaefira?
No, he's too tall.
All right.
Kereithlana. How's tricks?
Quite good, apparently. Right. Sensible thing to do would be to sort Jozdess out because he's a little bit wrong. Can I move up to him and cast? Would that sort out the advantage? So, move up to there.
You can totally reach Jozdess.
Okay. Get him.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So the thug who got scared and ran away has now run sufficiently far away that he is off the map. I guess he's running towards Sharkfin Bridge, looking very scared.
Isn't that where the tomato guy is? Or Stiiv dressed as a tomato guy?
Yes. But all Stiiv sees is a guy looking scared running.
Stiiv waves.
He doesn't wave back. He's just like, oh my gosh. Lightning lady. Run away. Keep running.
Well, that was rude of him.
Mm-hmm. Kinda. We're back to the thug next to Jozdess. This is the fellow who does have advantage because of his friend, as well as the one who gets to attack twice. So he hits. His mace slams up against Jozdess, doing 6 more damage. And then he manages to land a natural 20 with a second hit.
Ooh.
And he does 13 damage.
So I'm very unconscious.
Jozdess, unconscious on the cobbles, falls at Kereithlana's feet. There's one rough-looking character who's just drinking, laughing. And then another guy with a mace who looks kind of pleased with himself. He's like, yeah, that's right. The thug that is next to Shaefira and Kymir is starting to look, he's feeling worse for wear. So he's going to disengage and he's going to back off. I should have measured that out with lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's in a good place. Meanwhile, coming out of the alley, a fresh thug who's been hiding, lurking there, steps forward. He kind of spares a glance to the thug who's backing off, kind of scoffs at him for being weak as water, and then shoots at Kymir with his heavy crossbow. And it's a hit. Doing 10 piercing damage.
Ow. That hurt me, and I wasn't even the one getting shot.
Stiiv! You're headed south on the bridge. A guy looking very, very scared, talking about ladies with lightning, just ran past you. And you are actually... I'm going to reveal a little part of the map and put you on it. You're coming up alongside the Empty Net Tavern.
Okay. From my position at this point, do I have any visual on any of my friends? Oh, there I am.
Do I have you actually squared? It's hard to see where people's bodies should be with the cobbles sometimes.
It looks like it is now.
So, you can't quite, I don't think you can quite pick out your friends. You know, what is that? Does anybody know off the top of their heads? Like, what is normal vision in under light circumstances? Because I know what it is in darkness, you know, with dark vision versus not dark vision, how you can see. But in the open air, with no obstructions, daylight, how far can someone actually see?
A couple
You
hundred
could take-
yards easy.
Yeah, you longbow range is 300 foot.
Okay. But assuming you're proficient, I assume if you're proficient, you definitely have that line of vision. But yeah, what do you what ranged weapon do you have, Stiiv?
My Eldritch Blast with 120-foot range.
Okay, so you can see 120 feet. All right. So you can see that people you know, those strangers that you woke up with, that you did the claw pong with, and that you woke up with on that boat, are fighting some people. And one of them is on the ground, not looking very happy. Another one is bleeding profusely, not looking really happy either.
Well, that's not good. Did I see Thug number 4 shoot at Kymir?
You did.
Okay. I don't know about Thug number 1, but Thug number 4 did. So he's gonna get hold on, what's the range of that?
Do an insight check, and just to see whether or not you can figure out that thug number 1 is a bad person. All right, yeah, you don't know about that guy yet.
Yeah, he
You haven't
I
seen
don't
him
know
do
if he's-
anything, so as far as you're concerned, he just looks like a guy walking your direction at this point. Kind of like he's backing away from something, but you can't tell straight out that he had something to do with this fight. But you definitely saw number 4 shoot.
All right, so we're going to where'd it go? There it is. Pew pew at Thug number 4 with an Eldritch Blast.
Ouchie! And
Pew.
your Eldritch Blast looks kind of like what? A green smoking cloud? But
Kind of, yeah.
in a bolt form?
A bolt of glowing, condensed green smoke just
Like if
fired from a short sword.
somebody motorized or mechanicized a smoke bomb and was shooting a smoke bomb at high speed. Kablam!
Back of the head, just
And he's surprised, and he's like kind of like, what? Because he had his attention focused on Kymir shooting, and suddenly this big blast hits him from behind, causing searing pain, and there's this green smoke kind of floating around his head for a few seconds in the aftershock.
and then move about 25 feet south, and then I will end my turn.
Okay, Shaefira.
Oh,
Okay. What's this inspiration thingy?
It means you can roll with advantage on something. If it's a check or an attack roll or a save or a skill check.
Okay.
At your choice. Just say beforehand.
Is Thug number 1 still in my sights? Can I
Totally. I mean, you have enough movement. Wait.
I was just
You
gonna
could-
take a
Move into melee range, or you could easily shoot him.
I was gonna take a shot with my short bow. Right, okay.
So you shoot him, you shoot thug number 1, and you successfully kapoing him with one of your arrows.
Yay.
He's still on his feet, but he's obviously struggling at this point to stay upright.
Okay, and I will move somewhere. Towards the 4. There we go. End turn.
Oh, damn. Thanks, Jozdess. The visibility outside is way farther than I was giving people credit for. So 2 miles by default on a clear day.
Wow.
That's
Not
a lot
with
more
my
than
eyesight.
120 feet. And let me bookmark that page. Kymir,
Aye.
how excited are you right now?
Kymir is not feeling particularly excited right now. Kymir is having flashbacks to a certain village. Kymir is also wondering if he gets a piece of toast out of his box and slavers it with butter, would it give him some hit points back? No.
No, not straight out of that box.
Dan. I am gonna throw a dart at Fug 1. Oh no, actually, okay. So I've got a spell, a cantrip, blade. That's so. If I did that, would that replace my attack or my movement?
Blade Ward, I think, is for it's your action at this point.
Yeah.
And that basically is defensive, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
Well-
it will give me resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing until the end of my next
But it's
turn.
only till the end of your next
But-
turn.
Yeah.
So
When you get resistance, that's always a minimum of 1. So
yeah. So you won't be completely
Alright.
muted. It halves damage down to 1 point of damage when you're hit. And it will last for the turn until somebody attacks you with a melee attack, I think. Well, okay, any kind of attack. Is it any kind of attack? Or is it melee only? I think it's melee only.
it gives you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage till the beginning
Right.
of your next turn. So
So we're basically
any
saying
form
that
of
it would still potentially take that one last point off.
Yeah, it would
still,
take... If you were hit, you would still be down.
Alright, forget that then. I'm just going to throw a dart at Fug 1.
And you take out Thug 1 with, you as well. Both of you are struggling to stand. You're kind of weaving in place and your vision's a little bit bleary. But you pull out one of your darts and you fling it with the last of your energy. And you manage to plant it right between the eyes. And Thug number 1 collapses.
A plum? Abandoned?
Oh, you've got a plum.
Well, it goes with a strawberry in the bar.
but was it a plum from an icebox?
These are the questions we need to know the answer.
Ah.
Sweet and tasty.
Sorry, you did not take the plum from the icebox.
Oh.
Even though they were sweet and delicious. You don't know how you know that. So thug number 1 is ex-thug number 1. Kymir is still alive. Just.
Right. In that case, so I've done an attack. I don't think there's any point in doing the disengage, that's all.
Oh, there's no point because you're not standing next to anybody, so you can move freely.
No.
So if you want to move farther away from people as just to kind of, retreat and stay on the safe side, you can do that. Or you can just stay put. You can move next to Kereithlana and beg her to heal you a little. Though Jozdess probably is more urgent.
Yeah, Kymir's not really the begging type. He's too proud for that. Which is stupid, but he is.
It's a shame you
he's
can't
gonna
do that thing like in DDO where you can just sit down and meditate.
I know, that would be so handy right now. I'd be like, fuck you lot, I'm just gonna sit here and get my health back. I am going to Kymir is going to stand as straight as he can and sort of give off the you're not taking me out. And that will be me done.
All right, Jozdess. You are unconscious, but you can, you have succeeded at 1 death save. No failure. I need to write some more with my pencil. So you have 1 success. And the rough character who was next to you is going to move over so that he can make friends with Kereithlana.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that by the end of the round. I'm going to be a greasy smear on them. Come on, then.
Yeah, he hasn't taken. He and his friend, the guy closest to him, haven't taken any damage so far, so he's feeling a little bit overconfident. Maybe. He hasn't noticed what's going on the other side of the battlefield.
He has taken damage.
Oh, I guess he's taken a little bit. Oh, okay. He's a different color green. He's still feeling pretty confident though, because he's got a lizard folk unconscious. But he's overconfident because he misses Kereithlana.
Yay!
Hooray!
Now, at this point, another rough character guy runs out of the alley.
How many are there?
And I guess it's not fair because I think technically Stiiv would have been able to see down that alleyway earlier.
But I would not have known that they were hostile.
Yeah, he wasn't technically hostile. It was a guy lurking down there.
I mean, he might have looked like he was up to no good, but half the town looks like they're up to no good. So.
Everybody else wouldn't have been had them in sight. And he shoots his short bow at Shaefira.
You couldn't hear that, but there was a gasp from the other side of the room.
Oh, wait, you know what? I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled damage dice. Oh, these guys. These are the guys I had to fix the attack roll on. And he hits with the short bow. Doing 3 points of piercing damage. Had you already been hit, Shaefira?
No, I think
you rolled
the first.
Oh, the first one. Okay, let me give you 8 hit points back.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I bought a clue. That's what happened. So you've only taken 3 points of damage. It's not nearly as bad as taking 11 points of damage.
Mm.
But there is an arrow sticking out of your arm. Kereithlana.
It's all got a bit sticky, really.
That would be
Right.
my blood.
Oh, can you
And the
bleed
jam.
somewhere? Oh, just bleed somewhere quietly, please. Right. I'm going to disengage from rough character 2 and step backwards. I'm going to cast on Jozdess Cure Wounds.
You have to be touchy. Did you cast
Do
it
I?
before you just wait?
Okay.
Oh, that would be an action, but do you have healing word?
I do. I was going to use that on Kymir though.
Disengage would be an action, I think.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you have an
Right.
ability like the rogue does that allows you to do it as a
No,
bonus.
in which case it's a step sideways then.
So yeah, so you can either cure wounds or disengage. And the healing word you can do as a bonus action.
Right, so stay where I am. Heal on Jozdess, and then healing word, come here. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Come here. Go. No. Ah.
So Jozdess has 7 hit points.
Yep.
That's good.
I'm trying. Can I? Oh, there we go.
Are you trying to untarget Kymir?
No, I'm targeting Kymir.
I think he's trying to untarget Jozdess.
Yep, there we go.
Do you get any bonus to
Thank
that?
you.
Like, is that +2?
I don't. Yeah, it's D4 +2.
Oh, never mind. I read it wrong. Okay. So 3 points of healing for Kymir and 7 for Jozdess.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And that's me out of first.
Thug 2 sees that you're healing people. And so he steps around Jozdess a little.
You'll be
And
sorry.
And he swings his mace at you, Kereithlana. Which is a hit. He does 6 points of damage. And then he goes, let's see. For his next attack, he tries to hit you again.
Can I have my reaction?
Yes, you may.
Right. Okay. For some reason, I seem to be acting as Jozdess rather, and I don't.
Did you open his character sheet to look at him at any point?
No. It could just be a thing in the face.
I think
So,
you still had Jozdess and Kymir targeted.
yeah. Clear that. No, because when I control and click, it reacts as if Jozdess is doing it.
Close all of the character sheets and then reopen Kereithlana's, and it should give it a kick.
Yeah.
Should.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So he needs to make a. So he's made to.
Oh, so it's still got him targeted. Let me see if I can clear your targets.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. But if I control and click on Jozdess,
Okay, your targets are cleared. If you want to
Yeah.
attack somebody else, or do your whatchamadoodle on your reaction on Thug 2.
Yeah, she is targeting me.
yeah.
Oh, you actually are targeting him.
No. She,
My
whenever she
interface has gone
targets
weird.
it, she's changing my target.
Oh, that's weird.
Because if you look on the if you look at the character sheet, Jozdess is now targeting Thug 2, not Kereithlana, and she can keep changing who I'm targeting.
Oh, because when I look at the combat tracker, I'm seeing you have Thug 2 targeted, but not anyone else.
Yeah, that's something I'm doing. So it's just cleared because I've done that.
Oh, weird.
All right, you try targeting now. I've taken back control.
Nope.
No, it's still.
How
You're still
about
controlling me.
close out of your characters?
Okay, I've closed character sheet.
I'm clearing the owners and open them up again.
Yep.
And see if that makes any difference.
That requires me to be able to find the character sheet. Where's that one.
Yeah. Right. Let's try. So actions.
It's still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still targeting. She's still acting as me.
Okay, I'll try disconnect.
No, I don't know if that's what the problem is.
Let me try removing you from the combat tracker and re-adding you to the combat tracker. Of course, I didn't pay attention to what your initiative was.
17.
Somewhere around 15 or 17.
15 for me, 17 for Jozdess. That's Stiiv.
What were you, Stiiv?
I was zeroed.
Oh, I should have had you roll initiative. Roll initiative then, Stiiv. I should have had you roll when you Eldritch Blasted did. Now, let me see. Kereithlana must be removed. Okay, does that help at all?
Yay!
Oh, wee!
Awesome.
Who knows what happened there? Some barnacle
Okay.
bits.
So he's made. I don't know what he's done.
Right.
He
So-
made his save.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, all right. He's just okay.
So he needs to try and make a save, which he fails.
Then you roll your damage.
So he can take 2d8 light.
Were you doing Mr. Thug?
Thug 2. A pitiful amount of lightning damage.
A little spark, as opposed to like the humongous kaboom that happened to the other guy. Here's like this kind of small zappy spark, like if he's walked over a rug too hard in wintertime, and then he touches his sword. That kind of thing happened. Yes, he's pet too many cats, and then bam.
Okay, right. So he gets his second swing now.
And then he gets a second swing. And I did say that he was attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he hits.
Ooched.
And he does 4 damage.
Okay.
Do you have any more? Well, no, you've already
Nope.
done a reaction, so you can't do another this turn.
Yep.
That means it's Steve's turn.
No pressure, Stiiv.
No pressure at all. Okay, so here we go. You see that rough character number 5 is doing some nasties, and everyone else is a little tied up. So I'm gonna point a finger at rough character number 5 and shoot a beam of crackling blue energy and cast Witch Bolt on him.
Ooh. And that is a hit.
And so now it's sustained and until he's dead, or I use my action to do something else.
Alrighty. Well, you've done 11 damage to him.
And that's my
And
turn.
he's already looking a bit rough for a rough character. It's Shaefira's turn. Shaefira, how's your day?
Well, it's been better, thanks.
You've got a thug in front of you.
I have, but he I don't know whether to have a go at him or go over there and try and finish off Thug 2. Maybe. Is Thug 2 damaged?
Thug 2 is damaged, but the thug next to you looks like he's got a few more cuts and wounds than the other
Oh,
guy.
is he damaged as well? I thought he was fresh.
Both of them have some wounds, but number
yes.
2 looks a bit worse off.
Okay, well, I'll have a go at Thug 4 since I'm here. Yeah, can I use my inspiration to attack him?
Yes, you
Please.
can.
Thank you. Right, what do I do now?
Just press the advantage button to the left down below,
Yeah.
and that will automatically
Okay.
roll twice for you.
Okie doke.
You hit.
Yay.
Doing 9 damage to thug number 4. And he now looks bloodied.
Cool. I will I'll tell you what, just in case he retaliates, I'm gonna, as my action, no, yeah, my movement,
Your bonus.
move over. Yeah, move
Disengage
over
and move.
Yes.
Run away!
So that's what they call a stab and run.
Yeah, I still
Oh.
can't decide where to go.
I was over here humming Brave Sir Robin Ran Away.
Brave Shaefira ran away.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
You can move up to
yes,
5 squares.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty.
I think.
Kymir.
Okay, I'm kind of mad now, so I'm gonna go for Thug 4.
And you hit. A furious punch. Doing 4 damage.
Okay, and I'm going to do my offhand.
You put so much fury into your first punch that you were a little bit off-centered when you did a follow-up with your offhand and missed.
I've just got this image of me punching out and missing completely and spinning around in a circle.
Yeah. It would have looked so much cooler if you'd actually landed the second shot with a little spin bit going on.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
But you have taken a lot of damage, so it's understandable that, you might not be at 100% right now.
That's me. There's not what else I can do.
Alrighty, Jozdess.
I spend a lot of time getting off the ground. Bear with me a second. So I've got no choice. I'm going to use my second wind as I stand up. I have to pick my weapon up, so I do that. And the current dangerous one, well, there's no way I'm going to take the thug down, so I'll attack the rough character and try and take him out. But if I don't roll well, there we go. That's an actual hit.
Yep. You do 7 damage.
He doesn't go down.
He does not go down. He
Okay.
is looking bloodied now.
Oh, I can't do anything else, I'm afraid. So I've used every single one of my abilities now. So it's someone else's turn.
So the fellow you just stabbed, it's his time to attack. So he's going to try to poke you with pointy end, or slash you with the scimitar is more appropriate. It is a hit. He does 3 damage. Rough character number 5, who got thoroughly zapped. Well, did he get zapped? Oh, he got witch bolted by Stiiv. This crackly, scary light.
We lost you, I think.
He got hit by this witch bolt, this scary, crackly light. He has concerns
About the tomato vendor.
about the tomato vendor who just shot this scary bolt of light at him and practically wrecked him. He's shaken, so he's going to try to shoot in response with his short bow. He hits Stiiv.
Ow.
But he just does 3 damage of piercing. I need to write with my pencil more. I'm rolling a lot of 1s now.
Stiiv, unfortunately, you'll need to make a concentration check, I think.
I will.
Yeah, sorry.
Is that an 11?
It should,
DC 11?
that should have DC 10. Half damage or 10, whichever's higher. But it should... it did not... It did not put a concentration effect on me. Okay, I'll have to add that.
I'm not sure if it has. I'm not sure there is a concentration effect. I think we have to track it
It
manually.
is. No, there is.
Oh, there is?
Yep.
I feel like I never have one. All right, so you
that's,
saved.
That's fine.
So Witch Bolt is intact. This rough character does not understand what Witch Bolts are, so he's not moving. He just thinks he can shoot you back. Kereithlana, how is your day?
It started well. Seems to be going badly now. Right, so what sort of state are rough character 2 and thug 2 in?
Rough character is bloodied. Thug 2 just has a little dink on him. He's got a little scorch mark on his head, kind of Harry Potter style, where you zapped him. But that's it.
Okay. I'm going to take a swing at rough. With pointy. I don't.
You target everyone. Your attack against rough character hit.
There we go. There we go.
7 damage, and he is still standing, but he is bobbing and weaving. He's kind of struggling to stand at this point.
Okay. Let's do as far as
All right, so Thug 2 is going to try and take a swing at Jozdess.
He really didn't like you eating an egg in his face.
It is a hit, and he smacks you with his club, or with his mace, for 4 damage. For his second attack, he's going to try to hit you again. But he manages to miss, even with advantage. Stiiv! You have a witch
Stiiv.
bolt.
I do, and I'm gonna sustain it.
Whee!
So he automatically takes damage.
How much damage does he take?
2.
2. So he's still standing,
So he hiccups.
but you hear this ow! And he's looks kind of startled, like he didn't think he could do that again. He didn't understand. And he's pretty confused about the tomato vendor being able to do this.
And that's all I got.
Alrighty. Thug number 4, who is next to Kymir. He has gotten punched. He's a little worse for wear, and he's fighting for his life now. He gets 2 attacks, but his first one misses. But his second hits, and he lands his mace, doing 5 damage, and Kymir is down. And at this point, Thug 4 is going to start trying to retreat now that he doesn't have anybody near him. And it's Shaefira's turn.
Well, he's just run away like a big chicken.
He's still there.
Yeah, he dropped Kymir, was like, okay, I'm sort of out. I'm feeling very weak. I think these guys near me are tougher, and there's this strange bolt of light coming out from the tomato vendor. I probably should retreat.
Okay, but I can still see him.
Yes, you can still see him, and he is within range of your short bow.
Yes, so I will take a shot with my...
Natural 20.
Caleb!
So you can roll your damage die twice and then add your bonus. All right, and you drop him.
Yay!
So Shaefira sees this thug slam his mace into Kymir, dropping her friend to the ground. And enraged, she pulls back her short bow and shoots an arrow straight through his heart, and he drops dead on the spot.
Excellent.
Boom.
That's all I've got really for now.
You could move.
Yeah.
You can do like your dashes or your hiding.
Actually, I'll hide now. Because does anybody else know that I'm there? Any of the other bad guys? Do you think?
The rough character that is witch bolted right now has bigger concerns than a little halfling about 30 feet away or 20 feet away. And the other people are more focused on Jozdess and Kereithlana.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go into sneak. If I may.
Yes.
Excellent. End of turn.
I guess I need to roll a death save.
Yes. All right, that's one failure.
That's all I can do in it.
Yes. Jozdess. Very bloodied, rough character to one side of you. Rather healthy looking
I'll
thug.
draw. I finally draw my second weapon, and I will continue trying to remove the advantage generator. Am I targeting the right person? I am.
All right, you hit. And you drop the advantage generator. That rough character has drunk his last grog. And you hit the thug. Doing 2 damage. So he still looks fairly hale and hearty.
Yeah. Sorry. And that's me as done as I go.
The fellow who is being witch bolted still doesn't get what's going on, so he's going to try to hit Stiiv with a short bow again. He hits. And he does 4 damage.
And Steve's going to use his reaction that he forgot to use last
Oh,
round after getting shot, and just look at the dude that he's got the witch bolted and just goes, "Stop that!" and hit him with Hellish Rebuke.
Wow. So you succeed with your Hellish Rebuke. And what happens to this guy?
What happens is I point my finger, and he is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames, and from the other world, green, of course, because that's my color, green flames.
Oh, green
and
flames.
then he just goes up in ash.
And this rough character is consumed by flames, and you hear him scream for several seconds, and then it just goes silent, and the flames disappear, and you're left with a scorch where a body used to be.
And then it's his turn. That was my reaction. Okay.
Yes. Kereithlana.
I'm gonna poke the guy in the face with my rapier. Flip.
And you're successful. You use the pointy end.
I did. I'm tickling his kidneys very slightly. But...
Yeah. Just between the ribs, tickled him a little.
Yep.
He gets to do his 2 attacks. He no longer has advantage. He's going to aim for... Oh, let me roll and see. Okay, he's going to aim for Jozdess with the first attack. It is a miss. But the second attack, he's going to try his luck with Kereithlana. And that is a miss as well. And he's looking a little bit confused by this because things were going so well. But now his compatriot, that guy he hired out of the bar, is dead. And he's surrounded by 2 people rather than having even numbers. So he's kind of questioning how quickly the tide has turned. Stiiv.
All right, so the tomato vendor is gonna move up over here and point his short sword at this thug number 2 and fire off an eldritch blast at the side of his head and miss completely. And I had to
And
declare
normal
my
service resumes.
right. I had to declare inspiration before I rolled that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I got.
Okay. Shaefira, you just see this tomato vendor run up, wave his sword around. You saw that he set this fire from your kind of place that you're lurking at the fringes of the combat. You saw him literally set a guy on fire. And then he approaches and he aims his sword either at this thug or either at Jozdess. You're not sure which, but nothing happens. But it's not somebody that you recognize.
Eldritch
No.
tomato.
But he's not pointed his weapon at me.
Do an insight check. He's not pointing a weapon at you. And he's not pointing a weapon at Kymir. But do an insight check and see if you can figure out whether or not who he was targeting out of the other group. All right. You can tell that he seemed to be pointing at the thug and not one of your pals.
Excellent. So I shan't see him as a threat to me, so I won't attack him. So I'm in sneak. So is that my movement's restricted in sneak? Is it?
No.
No.
You can move.
Okay, so I will move to there. Yeah. But I'm guessing the.
I think if you do a stabby attack, a melee attack against him, you will. Does she get sneak attack damage from a ranged attack?
Oh, she's within 30 feet, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you will have sneak attack damage with this.
Right. So how do I do sneak attack damage?
It's just something you add to your normal attack damage if you're successful.
Okay, so I'd roll
additional d6?
A 1d6, yeah. Okay.
So you roll to hit first,
yeah.
And then if you get the damage, you add the extra d6 then.
Right, okay, so I'll take a shot in with my short bow. Oh, bloody hell. Who's that about me?
You are.
Am I? Oh.
I think you had more arrows than that, though.
I thought I did.
You might need to put more numbers on your actions page. It might have been started at 0 and you need to put some arrows in. I think you had over 10.
It's showing there's 6 in there in a minute. Oh, is that used?
According to the party inventory sheet, you had 8.
It's showing 6 in your short bow inventory, but you had more than that. I updated it.
Oh, ta.
But that was a miss with your arrow.
Yeah, it was.
It kind of between by his head, but it wasn't like a terrible miss. So it still went between. Didn't hit Jozdess, didn't hit Shaefira. I mean, not Shaefira. Kereithlana.
Okay, that's a good thing. End of.
All right, Kymir. You are unconscious.
Okay.
A success. So you have 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay. Does that mean I have to roll? Do I have to roll 3 death saves to?
You have to have 3 successes or 3
Right.
failures for something else to happen. Or somebody
Okay.
could spare the dying you, or someone could do a medicine with a kit on you.
Yeah, I think they're all busy at the moment. So,
Well, you can just stabilize them as an action, but you don't need a kit.
Yeah, do a save.
Well,
I think the kit just gives you
The kit is an automatic success. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it requires a DC 10 medicine check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anybody actually has a medicine kit.
No,
Don't
I'm proficient in it by the looks of it, but
If we had one,
Alright.
you might have lost one. I don't remember one being there in anybody's inventory. But Jozdess,
no,
it's your
I've
turn.
got herbalism kit. That's it.
Okay, I'll continue trying to occupy grumpy person. Am I targeting it? I am. Ba-bum.
All right, you hit.
And I don't hit with the offhand, so that's about typical.
But you did do 6 damage with your first attack.
Yeah, but that's not enough. If he's as tough as the rest of them,
He's still looking fairly hardy right now.
Yeah, so it's his go. No, it's not Kereithlana.
Kereithlana.
Okay, can I disengage from him and then?
Oh, you wouldn't be able to take an action.
Yeah,
Unless you have a healing word left, you won't be able to cast anything, I don't think. But you can
No,
disengage as your action.
I've got I'm proficient in the medicine skill, so I could do a check on Kymir, but I don't know if I could do that as
You'd have
No,
to do it
that would be your action. You could disengage and move over to Kymir, but you couldn't do a medicine thing at this turn.
Am I better doing that or punching the guy in the face?
Punch him.
Run away.
Kill him.
I'd
Move to there.
really like to. I'm going to disengage.
Yeah.
There. Which means next turn I can do the medicine check. Okay.
Mr. Thug. Since Jozdess is the only one next to him, he gets to try to make his 2 swings against him. The first one is a miss. And the second one is a critical hit. He does 10 damage.
Ooh.
But you're still standing, right, Jozdess?
Mm-hmm. On 1 hit point. Hello.
Stiiv!
Stiiv. All right, so I don't have too much in my bag of tricks yet anymore, so I'm gonna just move around for a clearer shot over there, and then try and pop him with an Eldritch Tomato.
Your Eldritch Tomato hits the guy at back of the head,
Splat!
doing 9 damage. This fellow finally looks bloodied. Shaefira!
Excellent. I'm assuming he hasn't noticed me yet, or
No, he hasn't noticed.
cool. I'll take a shot with my short bow again. Or,
Alrighty.
no, actually, I'll move.
After the minor arrow scare.
Yeah, I don't want to hit. Run the risk of hitting Jozdess next time I roll a 1 or whatever. So, I'll try my rapier.
And
Flipping heck.
random thing, I just did some research on it. The 30-foot restriction for ranged weapons has been removed for 5e, so as long as you are within normal range.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
one of
it's
the other.
close range for the weapon, basically. So
Yeah, the close
Right.
range.
As long as you're in your inside range.
So that's up to what, 60 feet or 80 feet for the short bow?
I think short was 80 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a miss.
It certainly was. Sorry, go on.
What would you like to do now?
End of turn, unless you've got some, you
Would
know.
you like would you like to just stand there and bask in your embarrassment?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I did kill that one guy, so you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that it was worry over Kymir, who is lying
Yes.
prone and bleeding
Wait,
out
wait,
on the ground.
hold on, hold on. Uh,
Hmm? Oh,
she's
you know what?
within 5 feet of an ally. She gets
And you know what? I just remembered
advantage.
something else.
Mhm.
She also is a halfling. She
Or does
can't
she get
roll
advantage
ones.
on larger stuff?
She can't roll ones. She gets to re-roll a 1 automatically too. And she does get advantage when an ally is adjacent. It's like the sneak attack stuff.
Oh, so I
So
need to
you get to
press the
re-roll with
advantage thing.
advantage.
Ooh,
And that is a hit.
excellent.
So your embarrassment transforms into victory as you stab the thug. You can do your normal damage, which is 6, and then roll a d6 to add your sneak attack damage. So 10 points total. Wait, did...
Sorry, I didn't have intarget.
Okay, let me add that. He is still standing, but he is barely standing.
Okie doke. Right, I shall
There's
go
blood
back.
pouring down his face, getting into his eyes. He's kind of bobbing and weaving back and forth. This is like the final rounds of a Rocky movie. Kymir, death save. Don't roll a 1. Okay,
I
it's
didn't
2
roll a 1.
failures, 1 success. You still have not died.
Well, that's somewhat. Start thinking of a new character.
Jozdess.
Okay.
You see this soft piece of meat standing in front of you, and he looks close to death.
Yeah, that doesn't work. And that doesn't work.
So it's kind of like this what it is like a Rocky movie.
Yeah. I skip, and unfortunately, I think it's Kereithlana's turn.
Kereithlana.
Okay, okay. To check. Kymir to stabilize. Ta-da!
All right. So you are stabilized, Kymir. You no longer have to make death rolls.
Thank you.
So you're still unconscious, but you are not going to die.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Kereithlana?
That counts as an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I
that's
can't-
your action.
Yeah, I can't do Sacred Flames, but I will move on.
Thug number 2. He's worse for wear. He is going to try to attack somebody, though. Feeling like he's kind of surrounded at this point. And he's going to go for Shaefira. That is a hit. He does 4 points of bludgeoning. And with his second attack, he tries to hit Shaefira again. But that is a miss.
Yay.
Stiiv!
Okay, well, this is he's looking pretty bad, so I'm just gonna blast him with an Eldritch Blast, but kind of make it look like a tomato throw again, because I'm still in disguise. And I forgot I have inspiration again, but oh well. So that was a miss.
Oh dear. The tomato guy isn't having much luck.
But to be fair, he is a vendor.
He is a vendor. You'd think, though, he'd be better at throwing tomatoes.
Well, any he throws, he can't sell.
This is true.
He's probably better at keeping.
Shaefira, what are you doing?
Okay. Well, so I'm assuming I've still got advantage.
Yes. Because Jozdess has 1 hit point.
Do you target someone?
You can control and click him to target.
Control and click.
Yeah, you've got him.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll have a go with my rapier again. I took the advantage thing.
And you stab him.
Excellent.
And you have killed this thug.
Yay!
Woohoo!
You realise we were saved by girls.
A small girl.
Well, Kereithlana
Alright.
blasted them as well.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
so 4 of you and the tomato vendor, you are out of initiative. Kymir is still unconscious, but stable. Wasn't that fun?
yeah.
Well,
So that's a thing that happens.
So,
It is.
Why
guess
was the
it's
tomato vendor helping out us lot?
I don't know why, but I'm very grateful that he did. Thank you, Mr.
Yes, thank you, tomato vendor person.
Steve will drop his disguise and just shimmer and back to normal.
hey guys, it's me.
Hi guys!
It was you the whole time.
As if making the dude explode wasn't a giveaway.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like you guys getting mugged in the middle of the street. Yeah, like, man. What did you guys do?
We went
Apparently,
shopping.
rubbed some people up the wrong way.
Steve does know this is the shady part of town. At least around the empty net, it's a bit shady.
Yeah,
The box of eternal toast.
yeah. I do want to see. That's awesome.
I think these thugs thought so too.
This is this Faithful Quartermasters of Malicia. Yeah, they're kind of maybe stay away from there. They're
I've just
weird.
kind of remembered that Kymir's unconscious. Can we do something about that? No?
Just laying on the floor. We're just chit chatting.
At this point, you see Captain Zendros step out of the Faithful Quartermasters, and she looks around and she's like, what was all that racket? And she sees Kymir on the ground and recognizing a fellow tiefling who's obviously, she feels some camaraderie with, since they're both red and have the ram horns. She casts a Cure Wounds.
Did Captain Zendros hear any of that little comment that Steve made?
It was eerie how quickly she came out of the shop as soon as you were talking about don't go in there. And she heals Kymir for 11.
blimey. What happened? Ooh,
You were
hot
saved by
tiefling.
some girls.
Are you jealous about the hot tiefling casting cure wounds on
Mm.
me?
In fact, she also sees that Jozdess is a bit worse for wear. So she'll do a heal on him as well. And he gets 9 points of health back.
Thank
And
you.
then she waves over at Kereithlana and she's like, "How are you doing, dearie? Would you like a heal too?"
If you've got one going spare, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I
Thank-
do. I still have one going spare.
Thank you. That'd be most.
It's a smaller one that's for 6 hit points.
Ugh. It's better than I could do. So thank you.
And she's like, "No, stay out of trouble. It's rough out here in these streets. But, don't hesitate to stop by if you have anything interesting to trade, especially if you come across any interesting artifacts. We're always looking for those at the Faithful Quartermasters of Malicia."
That whole time, Stiiv was awkwardly standing still and just not making eye contact with her, kind of,
Yeah.
like pointedly not looking in her direction.
And as she goes back in the store, you hear this kind of fading, "Bye, Stiiv." And then she disappears from sight back into the shop.
Shudders, like full spine shudder.
So you still have some wounds. But hey, nobody died. It's awesome. Nobody
This
got
is
your
Definitely
toaster.
bonus. Also true.
You
including
found
Stiiv.
Stiiv.
Hi, guys.
I think Stiiv found us.
So what does the party want to do next, or how are you feeling about things? What's your plan of action now?
Well,
Um,
Kymir really wants to know why the hell they attacked us in the first place, because the only thing I can think of is that sleazeball councillor who wanted us to be fined for the damn mansion is not happy, and he set them on us. That's the first thing that pops into his head.
So Galen Prime Water.
Yes, him.
It's a possibility.
And I guess I'm going to quickly fill Steve in on what happened when we went to the bank and then down to up to the council house. Council house, yeah. That's me, somewhat completely different over here. Never mind. Yes, it's where all the... No, never mind. I'm not going to say. Anyway. So, Steve, we've been asked by one of the councilmen to look into possible smuggler activity at a mansion that used to be owned by an alchemist. And it sounds like you might have actually been there from what we were told.
Wait, are you talking about the haunted house?
Yes, it's ours.
What?
Yep.
How can we sell that?
Why?
Because it's haunted. Like, legitimately haunted.
How do you know that?
Because I was in it,
What
and there was
happened?
all these wraiths and screams, and I was looking for a place to crash, and then I said, no, hey, maybe it's not really haunted, and then I snuck inside, and I found the kitchen and went down into the cellar, and there was like all these like shrieks, and not like no, like banshee wails.
But
And-
did you
and there's-
see a ghost?
No, I ran. There's like swarms of vampire ghost rats in there.
Okay, I'm kind of skeptical at this point of Steve's opinion of the mansion.
But you own it now, Steve.
Great.
But the councilman has offered us a lot of gold if the smugglers are there and we can do something about them.
Is Stiiv aware of any smuggling activity that
No.
it would be operating out of?
Steve is not aware of any smuggling activity at this house. He's only aware of the time he went there and got scared.
Well, it just meant just in having his ear to the pulse of general illegal
he knows
activity.
there's a lot of other smuggling groups around, but the specific group that you've worked with the most does not have any activity there.
Okay. Yeah. So not that I would have any reason of knowing, but just most people stay away from there.
Yeah, but what if the smugglers have set it up that way to stop people going in, interrupting them?
For
What if
20
it was?
years?
Well, how long have the smugglers been operating around here? How long has Gale and Prime Water been a council?
And that would be probably as long as Stiiv can remember.
Yeah, seems like forever.
From the time his fake dad first fished him out of the water.
So,
Would that be before or after the alchemist?
That would have been, let's think, roughly about the same time, actually.
interesting point. So we're saying that around about the time that the alchemist disappeared, Gale and Prime Water became somewhat important, and the smugglers appeared.
Well, no, smugglers have been around since Saltmarsh started.
Yeah,
Like
there's
half
been
the
smuggling as long as the place has existed
Right.
in
Yeah,
relation
obviously.
to the crown.
But obviously, it's excessive now, which is the reason I've been sent.
I guess to clarify, the alchemist disappeared about the same time something happened in Stiiv's life. But as far as he can remember back, he can't remember when the alchemist disappeared. He's always been gone as far as Stiiv can remember, because he was really little when he changed dads, I guess, maybe.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So as long as he can remember that kind of stuff, Galen Primewater's been one of the counselors in town. He can't remember a time in his life that Galen Primewater wasn't a counselor.
Right. Okay.
So I guess coincidentally, he can't remember a time that the alchemist wasn't missing.
So about 20 years, maybe a little bit more.
Okay. Well, if you're going to be all pussyfooty about it, then we'll go without you. But you came through for us then. When you didn't need to, you could have just left us. And I think we'd work really well together and we could do something about this.
As long as you're going in first.
Sure.
I mean, the haunted house, it's better than my. I mean, if it turns out it's not haunted and it's just got a whole bunch of weird noises, that's better than my place. And they probably have some like a good bed in there, or maybe a chair that I could steal for the house. So yeah.
And you were you knew that there was a wine cellar. You're headed to the wine cellar when you got scared. So if you got really lucky, maybe there'd still be some wine there.
Ooh.
That's at least 20 years old, so it's gonna be good stuff.
Now,
If it hasn't turned.
you're still going to investigate this haunted house, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, unless
Now-
the other guys have changed their mind.
What is your plan for approaching? What are you going to do? And when do you want to do it?
Well, I still can't remember why we said we might be visiting the mage in the tower. If it was something to do with the methods in the boat, or if it was to
I
do
think
with the
Jozdess said it had to do with your boat.
Right.
He was looking for someone who would tell him about how, the care and maintenance of a method boat.
Okay, so we were on about sailing down towards the mansion because we felt that we would be able to find somewhere. If the smugglers are operating out of that mansion, we would find somewhere to be able to sail to and sort of make land. So
We can use the boat to take all the provisions and stuff, so we don't have to actually carry
And
it.
you did actually load up a bunch of provisions and things into the boat.
We're carrying those now, so...
Yeah, I guess you got to kind of pick them up off the cobblestones where you kind of dropped them when you engaged in combat.
Yeah. So if Jozdess wants to try and visit the mage before we sail...
No, I just wanted to know if there was anyone around who could answer the question. I'm not that worried until the method stops working.
Okay. Then I'm
before we go to the haunted house, though, can we take a few minutes and, you know, take a short rest so we can use our
Yeah.
hit dice and stuff?
Well, I wasn't going to go now. We were planning on going the following day. We were expecting to have to spend the day going to an inn. Well, others wanted to go to an inn and try and find you. That we were going to leave in the morning.
Oh, that'll work too.
So yeah, about now it's not quite evening yet. It's still like late afternoon. Getting close to sunset.
Food sounds good.
Yeah, I'd quite like to take some time out.
So you can
Consider.
easily tidy up your supplies on your boat and then, go and rest the night at an inn. Both this inn here at the Empty Net has rooms, as well as the Snapping Line where the claw wine is served. And of course, Stiiv has his hovel. Captain Zindra said something like he lived around here. Stiiv, do you have room for everybody?
No.
Is it a tiny hovel?
Maybe enough room for one person if they don't mind sleeping in because they only have one hammock, so they'd have to basically sleep in about 3 inches of water.
Does that sound like fun to anybody?
No.
You could save some money on a board and room at a tavern.
Sounds kind of homey, actually.
Oh yeah, Kereithlana might like it.
So where would the rest of you? Kereithlana doesn't mind sleeping in the water, but
Well, I'm not sure how comfortable I feel staying at the inn directly opposite the quartermasters.
I'd rather go to the other one that serves the claw wine.
all right. And you do also remember that there was I'm not sure it has rooms though. There was a other tavern back by the barracks and the jail that was labeled the oldest tavern in Saltmarsh. So that's a drinking option as well.
The Wicker Goat.
Yes, the Wicker Goat.
As it's only afternoon, at any point are the guards turning up?
Where you are right now?
Well, there's been lightning, there's been civilians, there's been people running away, and there's at least 3 dead people here.
Yes.
That's just Tuesday.
As you're talking, there are some guards who approach after you're talking, after the worst of the carnage has long passed. They see Stiiv, and they immediately point fingers.
I was about to say, if I see the guards coming, I'm going back to the tomato vendor.
Do a perception. Let's see if you see them before they see you.
Oh, I'm great at these.
Oh, you totally see them first.
Okay, whoomp. I'm back to the tomato vendor.
So the town guards, there's a couple town guards. They look pretty wet behind the ears. You don't particularly know them, Jozdess. You are not impressed, though. And they meander up. Not much speed in their step. And there's like, oh, what's this then? And they like point at the bodies, and they look at you guys just standing around in a clump talking amongst yourselves. And they start questioning you about what's been going on. And they talk first to the tomato vendor. Hey, Barry, what are you doing to this side of town?
I was just coming over to see if Captain Zendros needed some tomatoes.
Did you see any of this ruckus that we heard about? This fighting in the streets?
Oh yes, it was some ruffians were looked like the sailors from the bar just had some disagreement that they decided to take out on each other. Some of them ran off.
Oh, fools! You know you're not supposed to fight with arms. Keep your disagreements to your fists.
Yeah, they clearly don't know our ways.
We don't take kindly to bar fighting using weapons. It's those empty netters. A different class of people. They just don't know law and order.
Yeah, I really don't want to stay there now.
So they're kind of sorting out the bodies. They take the tomato vendor's word for it.
Because Barry's got a good reputation. Or was it Barry? I think you said Barry.
Barry. I did say Barry.
Now I have to keep track of Barry the tomato vendor. All right.
Is there anything you want to say to them, Jozdess?
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I'll tell them the report to Eliander Fireborn. Tell them that Jozdess was attacked in an attempted mugging. He may want to or have a talk with Anders Solmar. We've already had a discussion with him today about some of the local problems that seem to be happening.
And these local privates,
And
their
you
eyes
want
kind
to
of
add this to the list of problems that seem to be happening.
Their eyes get huge at all of these names that are being dropped. And they start gathering the bodies much, much faster.
I'll give him a description of the guy who ran off, but that's not going to be much help because it's human carrying a scimitar. Other than that, I'm going to gather my stuff and head to the boat.
Please tell me his description was warm-blooded meatbag.
No, I could distinguish between the various races, so it's definitely a human.
Oh, so it was a human warm-blooded meatbag.
So,
Didn't have any eggs.
so you've kind of given a heads up that there's ruffians causing problems with your group. Eliander is going to know about it. Jozdess has sorted out the boat.
Well, my intention is I'm not going to go to the inn. I was going to sort the boat out, put tarps on it, and then take it off the docks to moor it out in the bay.
Yeah, there is enough
and
room
leave
in
it
the
there.
boat that technically all of you could kind of rest in there overnight if you wanted to just sleep in the boat after you go and have a few drinks at a tavern or get, dinner. There's enough room you could sleep on the boat out in
That'd
the
be
inlet a
cheaper
little.
and safer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, all of us, could we all fit on it?
Yes,
That's why I bought all this rope.
because all of you plus a chest, and there was technically room for 8 people, so I'm assuming maybe 2 people's worth of space is taken up with the supplies and all the rations and stuff that Jozdess loaded on the boat already. So there's room for all of you and 1 more person.
Well, I suppose we could find some random bad guy for Jozdess to eat, but
Well, as I said, if you want to spend night in the inns, that's absolutely fine. I was just going to sit and basically put the boat out somewhere a bit further, not on the main dock, and just basically sleep there. You don't have to copy me.
no, but I mean, it'll save us some cash. We could just, maybe just get a good meal somewhere and then rest overnight.
I should let me roll something. You did. You didn't say that you rifled the bodies, but I'm just say that you did go through a couple of the dead people and you found 7 gold.
Okay.
Nothing. You could take a scimitar off them if you wanted to. There had been 3 scimitars, at least. Wait.
Any arrows I can loot?
Yes.
Apart from the one sticking out of my arm.
One of them got incinerated, so he has no stuff. But the other guys, I think there was at least one shady fella who got killed. So you could take 8 arrows off of him. Everyone else had bolts. But you can loot the crossbows and scimitars off of 4 of the people and sell them at the quartermasters if you want to.
Well, I suppose we might as well get them to fund our evening meal.
Okay, if you want to go and haggle.
Just take what would she go with what we did with the selling in the marketplace, which was just half the work?
It'll be half the worth by default. But if a very persuasive person wants to try to haggle more, you can do a persuasion check.
I think I can score us a deal.
Are you sure? Because
She likes
you said
Stiiv.
stuff about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she likes me though.
All right. If you think you can get more, then we might as well get some cash out of it just to keep us going.
I guess there's 3 scimitars, 1 mace. No, actually, I take that back. 3 mace, 1 scimitar, 3 heavy crossbows, and a short bow.
So, are we selling all of it?
Can anyone use any of it if we wanted to keep it? Because I can't.
No.
Okay. So we'll gather up the whole bundle of stuff and head into the creepy place and kind of bury the tomato vendor and go in and see if we can sweet talk Captain Zenderos into giving us some coin in exchange for 3 scimitars and a mace. Ooh.
Well, hi, Stiiv.
Hi.
Have you given any more thought to visiting Shavrath sometime?
It's on my to-do list. That's definitely on the to-do list. Before then, though, we're actually going to go and take a look at see what we can find in the haunted house. You know, that one that's just south of Saltmarsh. We're gonna go in there.
Oh,
but before
that house that the alchemist used to live in?
Are
yeah,
we with Stiiv, or is he by himself?
I don't know. Are you with him? He's the only one who said he went in.
Okay, all right.
So, but yeah, we're gonna go and the one that the alchemist had. Yeah, we're gonna go and see what we can find in there. But before we go, though, we got some pieces of gear that we would see if you were interested in picking up to flip around for some of these sailors and show her the scimitars and mace.
Well, that looks pretty interesting. I mean, I can probably turn this gear around, supplying the town guard. The garrison's always needing replacements, and there's a backlog at the blacksmiths. So they're usually looking for some quick pieces. Do a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh.
So she's partial. She's trying to be as friendly. She's trying to be friendly to you, Stiiv. But she can tell, she's picked up on your reticence a little bit. But she will give you 60% of the value.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Rather than the flat 50%. That's kind of like a little Stiiv extra.
That's pretty good. I'll take that.
And I'm calculating it right now. So you get 129 gold pieces.
Wow.
And as she rings up everything, she continues talking about Shavrath. She's like, I think you would really like Shavrath. You're the kind of people that Shavrathians appreciate.
They appreciate, huh?
I have friends who would totally like to meet someone with your mark.
Yeah, that's like I said. Well, it's on the to-do list. We're just checking out the this haunted house first.
All right. Well, when you're ready to go on a trip to Shavrath, I can see what I can do to help you get there.
All right, and then gonna kind of like, all right, let's and just I gotta go. Kind of that number.
All right. So the party has 129 gold more, and you have no problem going for drinks, getting food, getting the boat out the inlet, and preparing for approaching the haunted house from the water the next day.
I'll sit here and distribute 25 gold, 8 silver to everyone.
And then there was 7 from the guys before, so I guess technically I have 136 gold.
Oh, 136 gold. That'll be 27 gold, 2 silver.
Okay, we just had that as cells, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
27, 6, yeah?
27 and 2. Sorry.
27 and 2. Okay.
So that's a lot of eggs. And unless somebody has something else that they want to do to prepare, that is where we're going to leave it off. That you guys are all on the boat, in the water, getting ready to sail or putt or down the coast toward the haunted house to investigate from the water side.
Okay, gonna drop our long rest on us.
Yes, I will.
Also, one bookkeeping point. How much gold did Stiiv blow in on Clawwine while he was having his little bender?
Oh, let me roll something. Because Esteban, he's very popular. So he dropped 5 gold.
Okay,
But it would have been more if some people bought a few rounds of drinks for you.
that'll work.
And unless there's something else that you guys want to, kind of back say that you did to prepare, we are going to start up next episode back on the boat.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
We already sorted rations out and everything, didn't we?
Yeah, or there's a big lump of them.
And
Yeah.
we have toast and jam and butter. So
Yeah, me and Shaefira are fine with
Toast,
that.
jam, butter.
tobacco and rum.
Yeah, tobacco, rum, toast, jam,
Excellent.
butter,
Yeah. Life sorted.
a few eggs. Though it's the next day, so they're not as fresh. And that will be it for today.
Cool. Thank you.
Fab.
Woohoo!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Stiiv.
you.
Bye,
Yeah.
Stiiv.
I'm disappointed I didn't get to play my sound clip.
Oh, wait, what was your sound clip?
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
That is so appropriate for this
I
session.
was really hoping there'd be a point where Rach just wanted to say, play.
I totally forgot all about it. To be fair. the
God.
perfect point would have been when I killed that guy, but there we go.
Oh, that's
it would have
awesome.
been perfect. Oh, well.